the waistline you're going to match to the waistline of the jacket, okay? And plus the roll line. You have to make sure that the roll line is going to fall on it, okay? Which it does, all right?
Sorry.
Okay. Now, while you're doing this, you also have to make sure that the pocket bag, it's going in a downward direction, that it's not bunched up. So you have to really look at it. You got to move it down. The chest welt pocket bag, you have to look at it this way to make sure that it's pushed down and everything, which I already did, okay? Now, the chest pocket bag, it's the only pocket bag that gets basted onto the Hymo at both ends. The bottom pocket bag just gets basted to the Hymo on the front end. You can't baste the back because the back, look where the Hymo stops at, okay? Now, the first stitch you do is after you start moving it down. Now, if you don't have a weight, you can put 2 pins just to hold it down like this, okay? You have to smooth the jacket in the direction that you're going. You're going downwards. So you gotta put the pins here, okay? So you can go like this, all right? Now, both surfaces must maintain flat at all times. So I do my first stitch here. I stop short of the hem, maybe ½ inch or so, because we're gonna be cutting the Hymo to the length of the folded hem line, which is that one right there, okay? But that's later on. Now, here, I have to keep this empty because what goes here? A shoulder pad, okay? So again, I always use my hands. So, you know, I use my hand for measurements and everything. So it's a shoulder pad there, okay? Now, if you do the first stitch, which is this one right here, and it's showing you on page 95, you can take photographs of this later on, okay? You're gonna do a second stitch, okay? Before you do the second stitch, you have to turn this back like this. And what do? You catch the pocket bag onto your Hymo. Now, in the book it's showing that you're going pretty low up to here at the bottom. I don't like it. I usually try to go halfway because I like giving room to the pocket bag at the bottom. Got a knot. No, I need both fronts finished for next week so that I can start taping the front of the jacket along the edge. Now, most of you, I told you that you needed 2 rows of shirring stitches around the sleeve cap. Remember that? Mm-hmm. I hope you did it. 2 students are going to be doing it by hand because they can't get it on the machine. All right? When I come to the top, I back tack again. And do this on the flat, okay? Again, I don't go the entire length for the pocket bag because I want the pocket bag at the bottom to be free, right? So.
So you're washed the jacket.
Jay,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
There are some books have a when they're machine stitching this hair canvas to the with the shoulder piece, they use the zigzag stitch on the machine. What's the difference when you do the hand stitching and the machine zigzag stitch on the?
Okay, where are they sewing it? Are they sewing this and this together, or just the chest and the Hymo together?
Chest and the Hymo.
The chest and the Hymo? I feel that that gives you a flat surface. Right now, you did this, and it's giving you a concave. It's giving you the shape of your chest. Your chest is round. It's not flat. Okay? So in order to get that, you can only get it with this stitch. Okay?
Okay.
Now, your Hymo would have been the other way. So. Now I've had students that done it that way, and both of them, right and left, so there was no choice but to use it.
And where did you say they sell the completed pieces?
Goobies on Delancey Street. Now once you do the front, now remember, on the right front is only going to be the front bottom of the pocket, okay? The left is going to be the top, the bottom, plus, again, match everything again. Move this aside like this, and see? Sabrina, sorry, I have to move it in there, okay. So again, I go to the middle of the pocket. And as you can see, we use no knots, right? If you made a knot, you could possibly maybe feel it on the right side of the fabric, but we don't use knots, and it's okay. Just double. Double the beginning, you know, like a whip stitch. Now, you did the first stitch, you did the attaching of the pocket bag onto the Hymo. This one plus this one in the front, okay? Now, you divide the bottom from the first stitch towards the front into 3 parts. Okay, again, I use my fingers, so this is going to be 1. Oops. Sometimes you'll see a tailor shop that will have a jacket in construction on the window, and you should really look at it. I might be able to work with this one. Yeah. Again, you can take my book and you can see the lines on it. So you can make a copy of it. Now we just worked on the bottom part. This is stitch number 1, 2, and 3, okay? Now I'm going to take it this way, okay? Now, in the book also, it'll show you the arrows in the direction that you're sewing in, okay? It'll show you, so that'll also show you the direction that you're moving the jacket in, okay? Now, when you start working on the top, which is stitch number 5,